Hello and welcome to Basic Spanish for OT, PT, and SLP clinicians. My name is Juanita and I will be your host. I am an occupational therapy assistant as well as the author of this book, Basic Spanish for OT, PT, and SLP clinicians in the acute hospital setting. This book, as well as the ebook, can be purchased on Amazon.com. I will leave a link on the channel. On today's video, we will continue with common questions and commands from page 92. If you have your book, I would suggest that you turn to that page now. If you don't have the book, you can continue to follow along. However, it will make it much easier. Let me encourage you, it makes it much easier to follow along. This way you can see what I'm saying as well as hear what I'm saying. So, with that being said, vamos a empezar. On page 92, the first phrase is good evening, and that is said, buenas noches, buenas noches, buenas noches. And then the next one is good morning, but this one is buenos dias, buenos dias, buenos dias. So I'll stop right here and review something that we've talked about in the previous videos. In Spanish, unlike in English, their nouns are assigned a gender. So in the first situation, or the first phrase you heard me say, buenas noches, because noche is considered the night, that's night, that is considered feminine. So that would be la noche. So anytime you're using an indefinite article, a definite article, or you're describing the night in some kind of way with an adjective, they all have to match. So that is why you would say buenas noches. Whereas buenos dias, dia is considered masculine. So it's el dia. So that is also one of the things that goes against the rules I spoke about in the previous videos. General rule is that anything ending in A is generally feminine and any word ending in O is generally masculine. However, you are now finding the exception. There are some exceptions to that rule, and dia is one of those. Dia is considered masculine, so it's el dia. So when you're using any adjectives that have to match, or you're using any indefinite articles or definite articles, you have to match that. And that is buenos dias. So that explains the difference between why one is buenas noches and the other is buenos dias. Let's keep moving on. The next one is goodbye. That's adios, adios, adios. And you've heard me say that so many times on this channel. That's one of the last things I always say. Adios. The next one is grab the walker. Something we're always saying with the OTs and the PTs. So, agarra al andador. Agarra al andador. Agarra al andador. The next one is great job. That's buen trabajo. Buen trabajo. Buen trabajo. And I'm also going to give you another way that's said, very common. Buen hecho. Buen hecho. Buen hecho. So either or is fine. The next one is have a good day. Que tengas un buen día. Que tengas un buen día. Que tengas un buen día. Have you had any falls? ¿Has tenido alguna caída? ¿Has tenido alguna caída? ¿Has tenido alguna caída? And I think I said it once wrong there, so I just want to know. ¿Has tenido alguna caída? And I'm going to end here on page 92, even though there is another one here. I will review this when I do the video on page 93. But I'm at 5 minutes and 23 seconds, so this gives me an opportunity to do you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to repeat it and try to think if you understand what I'm saying. We're going to review. Buenas noches. ¿Has tenido alguna caída? Buenos días. Que tengas buen día. Adiós. Buen trabajo. O buen hecho. And lastly, agarra al andador. So that's it for today's video. Remember, I'm trying to keep all of the videos for at least 10 minutes, no more than 10 minutes. So you have an opportunity to listen and repeat, listen and repeat. Gracias por venir, and I'll see you in the next video. Adios.